immigration is the greatest economical force in history. There is no force that raises the economy of a country better than immigration, which is why everybody is doing it. What do you think everyone around the world is doing it? They doing it to lose money?
Right.
They doing it because there is no greater economical engine than bringing in people who you don't have to give rights to. That's what works. What works is to get a workforce who has no rights and no liberty and only can slave for money. Well, who do you think they got it from? Why do you think Russia is so goddamn poor, standing in bread lines, and you going to Wegmans and getting free food? Why? Slaves, Indians, Hispanics. That's why Russia has bread lines. Why do you think other countries, who has the highest suicide rate? Sweden. The highest suicide rate. Other countries that don't have immigrants, don't have food. They stand, you want to go live in Russia and stand in a goddamn line waiting for blue jeans and bread and have no goddamn food? Why? Because America has all of the slaves. Every country around about the 80s said, let's get slaves. Let's get whoever we can get into our country, who we don't have to give rights to, who we don't have to treat like citizens, and who we can pay less than we pay natural born people.
And throw them out
when we want to. America is rich because of slaves.
Right.
You think other countries didn't see that? Other countries went and said, man, we need immigrants. Let's get immigrants into Italy. Before you know it, every immigrant in the world piles into Italy. The people get mad, the government gets rich. Every immigrant in the world piles into Germany. The people get mad, the government gets rich. They're not getting rid of Mexicans. But let me give you the future. America throws out all of its Mexican citizens who were born here, speak English, and graduated from high school and college. And send them where? To Mexico? To make Mexico what? The #1 superpower on the earth. You think America is sending back college-educated, bilingual people? They're staying here. They're not going back to Mexico. What would happen if all of the Mexicans that fueled Americans' economy went back to Mexico? Mexico would have someone on the moon. That's what would happen. Venezuela would have a space program. If all these bilingual, I talked to Yashikar, sir. He teaches me Spanish. He's from the streets and is bilingual. He's from the street and he speaks perfect Spanish, perfect English. You think they want him to leave? You think you want 2 million, 10 million of them back in Mexico? Then Mexico is going to have a space program in the military. That's what's going to happen. They're staying. They're in a way that makes poor white people comfortable, which is in a second class, which is poorer than them. Poor white people have an inferiority complex that seeing Mexicans hurts. But the government gets rich when immigrants are here, and there is no economical engine greater than immigration.